Hey, my name's James Dixon and welcome to my YouTube channel. Now in this video we're going to talk about house prices have started to drop. We've got the first annual drop in house prices since 2012 according to Halifax. So while you're here, do me a quick favour, make sure that you smash that subscribe button and hit the bell notification, and also smash the like button, guys. That really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. We're doing really well on the channel at the moment and we want to get even more viewers, so give me a quick like over there, guys. That won't kill you and it will help me. But first, where am I? Well, I'm actually in the south of France. I've been here for a week. Those of you that are regular viewers on my channel will have noticed the whole of last week's videos I was wearing the same clothes, and that was because I pre-recorded all the videos so I could enjoy some time with Amelie, Georgia, her boyfriend and some family members down here in the south of France. We're actually staying at this service accommodation, Gîte, I think they're called, here. Beautiful place. Been in that pool most of the time while we're here with Amelie and had a really good time. But while we're here, you guys want to know about house prices, right? And so house prices have had their first annual drop since 2012. Now that's a headline in itself, and I've seen a lot of places, press, they get really excited about this stuff because it's seen as very negative. Now I want to preface this by saying this isn't my opinion. This is just the Halifax's data that I'm sharing. Often when we do videos like this, people jump in the comments and they're saying, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. This isn't my opinion. This is Halifax's opinion. If you want my opinion is that by the end of 2023, the annual house price for 2023 will be around 8% down. That's where I feel that we're going to go. I know there are other YouTubers that you guys jump in the comments with as well that they're saying 35% down, and I'm not disagreeing. They could be right. I just feel that it will be around 8 because we're not having a huge drop off a cliff. So what is happening? Well, annually, house prices are down 1% at the moment, which is obviously not what we want to see. We don't want to see house prices going down, but it's still pretty flat, isn't it? And what's happened is basically they're talking about on an annual rolling basis, and so some good months have now dropped off, and at the back end of last year we had some bad months, but this month, or in May, it was another relatively flat month. So in 2023 we have had pretty much a flat property market. It hasn't really moved much. Now that's why I'm only saying that it's going to go down around 8%. Maybe I need to revise that as well, because I'm not saying prices aren't going to drop. I just think it's going to be more delayed and slower than people think. So house prices annually are down 1%. May was pretty much flat. What else is going on? Well, the southeast is pretty much being hit the hardest, and that's because affordability is less. We've been saying that in the videos recently, haven't we? That we feel that you could still do buy-to-let up north, but it's very hard to do a buy-to-let down south. So in the southern areas, you need to be looking at different strategies. For example, serviced accommodation, like this place I'm staying in here, or you need to look at other strategies, for example, HMOs, house of multiple occupancy, where you get higher cash flow. That's going to protect you from higher interest rates, because it's looking more likely now that rates are going to go up again when the next meeting is. I can't even recall when it is right now, but interest rates are going to keep going up, and that's going to mean affordability is going to be tougher. Now, the people that are saying the market is going to crash 35%, I don't know that they're necessarily taking into account things banks are doing to potentially stop that drop going down that much. So there are new products on the market, for example, 40-year mortgages. And what we're seeing already is a lot more people aren't taking 40 years, but they're taking a 35-year mortgage. Now, that means you're going to pay more interest, but it does mean that the monthly payments are going to be lower. And that's really what everyone really cares about. What are their monthly outgoings? When their gas and electric are going up, well, they've been particularly high. If they could extend their mortgage from 25 years to 35 years, and they can get their monthly payments down by 15-20%, they're going to do that, right? And so these types of products are going to help keep that market that little bit stronger for certain areas, for certain people. It's going to bring new people into the market. The government are definitely going to bring in some more products to help first-time buyers. I think that's a given. We've got 100% mortgages as well. These are all things that banks are doing to keep that market that little bit stronger for that little bit longer. Now, you can say, and I'm not disagreeing, that that's just kicking the can down the road. It's not really fixing the problem. However, with inflation as it's been, we have really had a bigger drop than the annual drop of 1%, because inflation has kind of made your house worth less anyway. So it is part of that as well. So look, I don't think it's much to particularly panic about at the moment. As an investor, would you carry on investing? Well, I would. And so I am. I'm actually releasing some equity at the moment. I've had a nightmare with this. So I've got a deal where I've got a short lease on the property. It's been an absolute nightmare to get the equity release, but that's pretty much looking like it's done. So I'm shopping. So I'm actually looking for properties at the moment. I'm going to be looking more up north, and I'm probably going to be looking at higher cash flow strategies as well. So more likely HMO rather than serviced accommodation. I've got serviced accommodation, but I also would like to do some more HMOs. I think that's a good strategy. It's a little bit less profit, but it is also a little bit easier to manage. So that's something that I'm looking at, is HMOs. I'm going to be looking at that kind of stuff. But what do you think's going on with the property market? Look, what I do see in the comments here is people, they're saying, one video you're saying the market's going up, one video saying the market's going down. That's not me. That's what is the news. I mean, that is kind of where we're at the moment. Halifax say one thing, Nationwide say another thing. But where do you think the market's going to end up by the end of 2023? Bearing in mind we're flat for 2023 so far. We've had a little bit up, a little bit down, more flat months than not. Where do you actually think we're going to be then? Do comment below and let me know what you think. And it's really important that you just are prepared. Like, whatever deals you're doing at the moment, don't overextend yourself. Make sure you buy property where you can add value, because when you can add value, if you can add 15% value, 20% value to a property, then who cares if the market moves 15, 20%? It's not really going to impact you so much, as long as you've got the cash flow. And if you haven't joined the Property Accelerator yet, I'm going to pin a comment below in this video, and that gives you access to all of our training programs for £1. Now, that is a 7-day trial. After that, there is an ongoing payment. You get mentorship from me as well. So if you want to know how to do that, then that's great too. And if you didn't subscribe earlier, do subscribe, because I'm going to make some great videos about service accommodation this week, because I've been staying in one that's been really, really great. So I'm going to do some videos here at this property before we leave tomorrow. That's it from me. Do check out all the other content on my channel, including this video right here.